Right now at 11, the snow starting to move in. Most of us have only seen a light rain tonight, but that's about to change. And a live look at the snow falling in downtown Durham. Look at that as it's really starting to come down. The winter storm warning is in effect as most of the state prepares for the significant winter storm. Good evening. I'm Sharon Taswell.
And I'm Sean Roney. Thanks for joining us. Let's get straight to Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Wes Hohenstein with the very latest on this. Wes?
All right. All week long, it's been forecasting for tonight. Well, tonight is here, and so far, the timing and the transition is working out like we thought in the past 24 hours. So that means even though right now most of our front yards are still green, most of the snow doesn't really start to fall until after midnight, and we could still see several inches. A couple things about what we're looking at right now. Most of us have some type of precipitation, but there's a lot more white on the map now than there was a few hours ago. That rain-snow line is pushing a little farther to the south. The other thing I want to point out, the temperatures. Notice north of the triangle how they're already starting to dip just below freezing. Not a lot, but that's very important because this is where the roads are going to become a little more hazardous first, and then as all of our temperatures eventually fall below freezing, that's when we'll all have hazardous road conditions. So let's back this up the last 2 hours, and obviously precipitation everywhere, but what I want you to watch is the rain-snow line. You can see it slowly starting to dip to the south. And again, it's not going to be a fast process, but as that happens, more of us will start to see snow. And what's also important to note as we widen out that there is a whole lot more moisture still to come our way. And yes, a lot of what we're seeing is green, but as it moves into our colder atmosphere, our colder upper atmosphere, more of it will turn to snow, and that's why we still think a significant snowfall will happen. Again, after midnight through early tomorrow, moderate snow continues through 9 a.m., even through lunchtime before it starts to wrap up in the afternoon, and we actually start to clear out. So that's the snow situation. Look at our temperature situation. By morning, we expect mid-20s, and we really expect it to hold there all day long. Plus, it's going to be windy, so you see your wind chills all day long, not out of the teens. So snow in the morning, 20s all day long, wind chills in the teens all day long. So that is your Saturday. Big picture, the timing of this system, snow, rain, sleet, and even some freezing rain will continue through 3 o'clock tomorrow. Our average total of 4 to 8 inches of snow hasn't changed, but those totals will be less to the south as we're expecting more ice, and that will create significant problems in our lives, not only tomorrow, but with snow and ice and freezing temperatures sticking around through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I think we'll have trouble on the roads each of those days. We'll update you on the radar, what it's going to look like overnight and through tomorrow. I'll take you hour by hour through that time, and we'll go through the snow totals map one more time before we get into the weekend.
Okay, we'll check in with you soon, Wes. Thank you. And we'll be updating you both online and on air as the storm moves through this weekend.
If you find yourself without access to a television at any point during the storm, maybe you lose power, make sure to have the WNCN News app handy. You'll be able to live stream our broadcast as well as get push alerts. All you got to do is look for it in your app store. The rain just changed over in Durham within the past hour or so.
Our team coverage continues in the Bull City with CBS North Carolina's AJ Janaval. AJ, it's really starting to come down where you are.
Yeah, that's right, Sharon. And Sean just mentioned it was raining. It was nasty for a while, and I was thinking that was all we were going to have at 11 o'clock. But you can see, Marcus, if you look up, these are big flakes coming down, and it's been coming down for at least a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. You can see on the car here, look at all this stuff. It's kind of like more of a snow cone consistency right here. But as I mentioned, it's been coming down like this for the last 45 minutes, and this is what people are driving on along the street. You can see a car coming over my shoulder here. People are still out in this weather. If you look over to the left, you can see people are out here at Bull McCabe's, and it's really coming down. It's almost hard to see the people that are actually across the street here. I was speaking to some of the people inside. They say they have different kind of opinions on what to expect. One girl I spoke to was actually from New York, and she was thinking that 3 to 6 inches really wasn't sounding like too much.
Up north, it's like 3 to 6 inches, people would be laughing. But I also don't know what the snowplows are ready for here.
lived in this area my whole life, and so the last time I remember like a really good big snow was like way back in 2000 when we had like the 20 inches or whatever it was.
And I think I heard Wes say that that expected amount has gone up to about 4 to 8, and you can just see, I think even just since we started talking, it's really coming down. And what the people right behind me said is they're going to stay open as long as they can until it's not safe anymore. And me and Marcus are actually about to get right into the mobile news tracker in just a little bit and tell you how those roads are looking so you guys can see exactly what to expect if you're out on the roads or heading out. Reporting live here in Durham, I'm AJ Janavel for CBS North Carolina.
Well, drive safe, and we got to get you a hat and gloves, AJ. Come on now. Here's a live look at the roads in Raleigh. You're looking right here at I-40 and 540. Now, once the storm moves through, the city of Raleigh has 40 trucks with salt spreaders and plows on standby. Crews will be working 12-hour shifts to first clear main interstates and highways before primary and secondary roads.